The year was 1993, and the air inside the roasted beans smelled like a mix of burnt espresso, clove cigarettes, and damp wool. Clara sat in a velvet armchair that had seen better decades, her Doc Martens kicking rhythmically against the floorboards. She was currently engaged in a life-or-death struggle with her Discman. The cord to her headphones had knotted itself into a Gordian knot that defied the laws of physics. "You're approaching that with too much logic," a voice said from behind a stack of zines. Clara looked up. A guy with a backward baseball cap and a faded Sonic Youth shirt was watching her, leaning back in a wooden chair that creaked under his weight. He was holding a copy of Infinite Jest that looked suspiciously uncreased. "It's a tangled mess," Clara sighed, pushing a strand of dyed red hair out of her eyes. "I just wanted to listen to the new PJ Harvey CD before my shift starts at the record store." "Ben," he said, sliding his chair closer without invitation, though Clara didn't mind. "And the secret is to let it hang. If you tension it, the knots tighten. It's a metaphor for life, or at least for the mid-90s. He reached out, his fingers nimble as he worked through a loop. Clara watched him, noticing the way his silver thumb ring caught the dim light of the neon "Open" sign. "So Ben," she said, "are you actually reading that 1,000-page brick? Or are you just using it to intimidate the liberal arts students?" Ben paused, a sheepish grin spreading across his face. "I've been on page 42 for 20 minutes. I'm mostly just here because they have the only decent foam in a 3-block radius, and because I was trying to work up the courage to ask you what you're listening to." He handed back the now straightened cord. Clara took it, her fingers brushing his for a second longer than necessary. A spark of static electricity jumped between them, the kind that only happens in drafty coffee shops during the height of grunge. "PJ Harvey," she said, plugging in the headphones. She handed him one earbud. "Track 4. It's loud." Ben leaned in, the cord stretching between them like a lifeline. As the distorted guitar filled their shared headspace, the rest of the shop, the hiss of the milk steamer, the muffled chatter about Twin Peaks, the rain hitting the window, faded into a blur. "It's good," Ben whispered over the music. "A bit angry. I like it." "Better than 1,000 pages of footnotes?" "Way better." Ben gestured to the glass display case. "Listen, I was going to buy a slice of that vegan carob cake. It looks like a sidewalk brick, but I've heard it's life-changing. Want to help me tackle it?" Clara laughed, clicking her Discman shut. "Only if we can go to the arcade after. I have $5 in quarters and a burning need to play Street Fighter 2. Ben stood up, tucking his heavy book under his arm like an afterthought. "Lead the way, Clara. But I'm playing as Chun-Li." As they walked toward the counter, the barista flipped the cassette in the shop's tape deck. The opening chords of "Fade Into You" by Mazzy Star began to play, perfectly scoring the moment two people found something real in a world of flannel and static.